Okay, what is up, party people? Let's go on. We'll flip it to the green side. This one's more fun. It's just that the black side goes with more stuff. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? And there we go. It feels a bit high up, to be fair. I feel like it should be like... Anyway. Yes, so today, obviously, and yesterday, I've not been at training because of what happened to my leg. I've not made a vlog about what happened to my legs. Yeah, so I completely forgot about that. It's because I've posted it on certain other things, but I've not posted it on here. So I just kind of assumed, oh yeah, I've told my vlog about my foot. Anyway, no, it's going to sound like an absolute pussy now because I've not got anything on it anymore. It was fully strapped up and taped up the other day. But, no. I'll show you now. Let me just take my fucking sliders off. Okay, so I had to shave it because of I had to tape it up pretty heavily. So now it feels really smooth, which is just a really weird feeling for me. Like it feels very strange to have a leg this smooth. I didn't really remember what it felt like, to be honest. It's kind of weird. So yeah, so basically I had ignore those two blisters. They're just blisters. Who gives a fuck? So I had strapping tape around there, around the back, and then around the front. So like 3 different spots that it was just going round and round and round. To give my ankle some support, because what I had done is I was literally just there sitting on the floor before training in the morning, and I was just stretching out my ankles like as you normally do, you know, a bit of this, bit of twist on the side, twist on that side, you know, flexing and, you know, pulling it about and just, you know, getting the mobility. I was going to say movability, which would have been very embarrassing if I'd actually gone out and just said that wholeheartedly with chest. But no, the mobility. I was just trying to get the mobility going in my ankles, you know, making sure they're good. Because I was not a bit of pain or issues, but I was just having a little bit of discomfort in like the bottom of my calf. Like when I was training, it was from like here to like here. It was feeling very tight. Like almost like I wouldn't have been able to do this. It was so tight. It was like it's almost like when you go to the gym and like you use a muscle so much that you like it gets pumped up and it's like really tight around the ear. It was like that, but it was constant. It was causing me a lot of pain. So I was just stretching out in the morning, and then all of a sudden, I push my foot forwards to like flex it long, and then as I go to lift it back up, I get about halfway, and I just feel like I can't go any higher, and it's hurting me a lot to go any higher. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, shit, that hurts. So I was like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. Fuck that. But I'll leave it for a little bit. Sorry, I was daydreaming in my head for a second then, and I kind of just ignore basically what I just said. So anyway, I'd flexed it. I tried to pull it back. It was really painful. And then I kind of forced it back up, like just, the pain wasn't excruciating to the point where I had to stop, but it was hurting a lot. But I was just slowly moving it so I could push through the pain. And then when I lifted it back to the top, I was like, okay, no, that feels fine now. I thought it was just like a kink, or like I'd moved something into the wrong position, and all I had to do was like pull it back up, and it would like kind of like flick back into position. It felt like something along the side of my leg, like a muscle, tendon, ligament, whatever it is, had like almost caught on something or something along those lines. Talking about my leg as if it's like a bloody, like it's a bike. But no, so yeah, it had, so it got really stiff. I lifted it back up, it felt fine. Then I went to go push it down again just to make sure that it was still being able to move. And then that's when I realized, oh crap, no, I've done something serious to it. Because at this point, I couldn't move it at all. I couldn't flex, I couldn't pull back, I couldn't twist. Now it's fine. If I push down and to the right, I'm still getting a bit of pain around the sides and the back of my, like the ball of my ankle on the outside. Other than that, the only other thing that hurts is if I go underneath my foot and push up on the back of my ankle, basically rotating it clockwise. If I try and rotate it clockwise, it's not impossible, but I'm definitely getting pain all along the back of my ankle and my Achilles. So that wasn't the best, and honestly, I thought it was really bad at first. I was contemplating. I was doing the loops, because like I'm going to immigration tomorrow, or well, at this point in 2 days. Like, what if I can't train anymore? Should I even go to immigration, or should I just like book a flight really quickly now and go to Japan? Because when I'm going to Japan, I'm likely to be training, as in going out and doing exercise there. But am I going to be doing like rigorous training like I am here every day? Probably not. If I can find a gym out there, like either a BJJ one or a jiu-jitsu one, or pretty much any martial arts, I'm looking to learn as many as possible, at least the basics of as many as possible. Like, I've already done the basics of jiu-jitsu. I'd really like to learn the basics of judo, so I can get some trips and some throws into my arsenal. I'd really like to do some wrestling. Jiu-jitsu is similar, obviously, to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but it's a lot more standing than sitting, so that would be interesting. What else? Other striking ones. I feel like when I am right foot forwards, my stance is very karate-like, as in, like, I'm very long, I'm thin, I go in, I attack, I go out, kind of thing. It's very much my style, at least when I'm when my right foot is my front foot. When I'm left, I was more kickboxy. Now I've kind of transitioned to a bit more of a Thai style. But nevertheless, even when I go from my left foot, which is more Thai, and I switch to my right, I always feel like I'm more flat, I'm more long, whereas Thai is a lot more square. So yeah, that's something to work on. And as I was saying, I want to learn all of these different things, because the more of these I can learn, the more bits of each of these I can implement into my mixed martial arts. And then from there, you know, we're home run, you know what I mean? Like, we're winning. So that should be good. I'm trying to work out a few different things. The guy, Sean, who lives down at the front of the accommodation I'm in, he's a good guy. He trains at a different gym, and his gym, I don't know if it's better or not than mine, but he's got a pool there, they have an ice bath there, and obviously they still do like regular training and stuff. So I'm debating between leaving Tiger and going there, but I found myself getting very comfortable at Tiger now, which is why I'm a bit like, can I really be bothered to move if I'm like I don't know, it's just like, I've got a pool here. If I really wanted to swim lengths, I could do the length of the short pool I've got here. If I wanted to just relax in the pool here. Ice bath, I can go somewhere and it's not too expensive to do the ice bath, you know? Like, little things like that I'm kind of like debating about. Like, don't get me wrong, I think this gym's probably cheaper than Tiger with all of that stuff included, because it's not Tiger. And I've got comfortable with a lot of the coaches at Tiger. I've got friendly with a lot of the coaches at Tiger, to the point where I enjoy going to training to see certain coaches and work and do some practice with certain coaches. So, I mean, it's a bit, do I want to switch now? I'm halfway through, so if I was going to switch at any point, now would kind of be the time. But, I mean, again, just one more vlog with 1,000 more questions. Day in the life of Josh's mind. Every day it just seems to be that I manage to make up a bunch of more dilemmas for myself. But I don't know. We'll see. I might try it out. Honestly, the likelihood is I try it out, I make an excuse of why I don't like it, even though I do like it, and stay at Tiger because I'm more comfortable there. That is probably the most likely thing I'm going to do. Why? Because that's just what I'm like. But other than that, kiddos, I think that's about it. I'm not doing anything today, because although my ankle is fine, I can walk on it, I can run on it, I can jog on it, you know. I was about to say I can kick with it, probably can't properly. But I mean, you know, I'm good now. I'm chilling. Bing chilling. Sorry, I always say that, and probably none of you know what I mean. Well, so. Trying to think if there's anything else. No, I'm going early to immigration tomorrow, so I guess that there's not really going to be a need for... no, not a need for, again, daydreaming, not thinking about what I'm saying. I don't think there's going to be a vlog tomorrow in the morning before I go, but I'll probably make one from when I come back. And the likelihood is I'll be in a very good mood when I come back, because then I would have got 100% confirmation that I've now got the next 2 months here, and I'll be a lot more relaxed and a lot more less stressed about non-stressful things. There is a bird that is just okay. So if you look at the bit that goes up, like the oh look, you can see the bird there. It's poking its head out. That thing that goes up, there's like a metal thing underneath it, and the birds always sneak underneath it and chilling there, which I don't really get, because surely it must be boiling in that. It's just metal on metal. But anyway, so yeah, I'll leave this there. I've got some editing to do today. Well, a lot of editing to do today, because I've not been doing much of the last few days. I've been moping around because my leg was hurt. So, bing bang boom, fing fang foom. I think we're done. Not really sure. Fuck knows. What about to give a tour? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm forgetting something, which I probably am, and I'll probably remember in like 10 hours. But I mean, too bad. So, peace. See you in a bit.